Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Good Garvey Day to my continental Africans. Good Garvey Day to my Africans in Europe. Good Garvey Day to my Africans in Asia. Good Garvey Day to my Africans in the South Pacific. Good Garvey Day to my Canadian Africans. Good Garvey Day to my Caribbean Africans, my Jamaican Africans, my Haitian Africans, my Turks and Caicos, Bermuda, Barbados Africans, my Guadeloupe Africans, all of my St. Croix, St. Lucius, St. Martin, St. Thomas, St. John Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Panama Africans, my Costa Rica Africans, my South American Africans, my Central American Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my American Africans, my Jersey Africans, my New York Africans, my Michigan Africans, my Illinois, my California, my Tennessee, my Texas, Arkansas, Arizona, Georgia, Carolina, Maryland Africans, my Nebraska, Missouri Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Delaware, my Maryland, my DC, my Pennsylvania Africans. It's your big brother, Dr.Umar Ifatunde Oguntade, Nana Payena, and today is the Black Parent Teleconference. This morning is the Black Parent Teleconference. At this time is the Black Parent Teleconference. If you have a question, education or mental health regarding a child, if you have a question, education or mental health regarding a child, if you have a question, education or mental health regarding a child anywhere in the African universe, you can text my cell. I need your first name and your city. Your first name and your city. That's all you need to text. I don't need anything else. Your first name and your city. Nothing else. You can text that to 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. Let's see who we got this morning. If we don't have any parents with questions, we will end early today. Or I might do a couple. I'm going to give the parents 5 to 10 minutes to see if I get any text messages this morning. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. If you have a question about son or daughter, any child you know, education or mental health. What else is going on in the world? What else is going on in the world? African people must unite. Text your first name and your city. I see we don't follow rules. First name and city. I see that we don't follow rules.
Good morning.
Good morning, sister. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
Dr.
New
Umar.
York. Big Papa is in the building. Go right ahead with your question, my queen.
I have a son. His name is Hunter, and I have a daughter as well. And I'm wondering. I mean, they're doing well. They're smart. And they're active. I try to keep them from too much digital activities, tablets, phones, TVs. But sometimes I wonder, like, are they too nice? Like, I feel like even though they 6 and 3, I want to train my children to, like, I don't know, have discernment early. As Black people, we sometimes we start our children with negativity, but I taught my children to be happy, to smile, to love. But I just don't want them to be taken advantage of in the world as well. So it's kind of like a devil's advocate. So I'm just wondering what kind of advice you could give me to keep my Black son, my Black daughter, just aware. I mean, even at these young ages, things I can do. I see, and I want to thank you for inspiring our people. Like, I've been around you before, and I watch everything that you've been doing, and I want to say you are so inspiring. I'm a leader myself, and thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you, Queen. To answer your question, I think you might be overthinking this a little bit, because at 3 and 6, there's not much discernment they can learn at that time. Now, for your 6-year-olds, since they're around kindergarten, first grade age, you definitely want to teach them the basics about safety, making sure they never get into anybody's car. Strangers call them. They don't come over to them. Anybody touches them inappropriate, they let you know. You want to teach them the rules of safety, but in terms of a true discernment, that's going to come with time. So for your 6-year-old, every year that they get older, you'll teach them a few more rules that they're going to need to know, to protect themselves and guarantee their safety, especially in this day and age when so many of our children are being kidnapped and sold into the underground child sex trafficking market. So I definitely understand your concern. But we don't want to overdo it, because what I don't want is for the children to walk around, as you already mentioned, with an energy of fear or an atmosphere of terror. We don't want to do that. So yes, you do have to begin to teach your 6-year-old, once they at the age where they can kind of start walking to school alone or going outside a little bit, alone, you really want to start teaching them. So your 6-year-old, I say start introducing it, just a little bit at a time, because again, we need them to be careful. We need them to know that the world is not always a safe place, but we also don't want them to be overcome with fear or dread that something is going to happen to them every time they leave the home. So, it is a fine line we have to walk. I do think it's the time to start introducing it to your 6-year-old, but not your 3-year-old. These are the years where you really want to teach them to love themselves by loving them. That's the main thing. But yes, for your 6-year-old, it's time to start laying down some basic survival rules that they need to use when they're not around you.
Do you have any suggestions of, like, activities, especially for the boy? He's 6, Hunter. I just want to know, like, activities to start them in. Like, I already started, like, basketball for him. He loved it. He did the basics.
Well, my biggest things for that age would be chess, because it teaches them how to think, martial arts, it teaches them self-control, and clearly artificial intelligence and coding, because that's the way of the future. So those would be the 3 activities I think you should look to get them into, male or female: martial arts, chess, and artificial intelligence and coding. They need to start learning that now.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm gonna get into that, and hopefully you have another session like this, and I could give you some feedback.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You have my number, so you can always reach out to.
Yeah, I will. I'm a student leader at Lehman College, so I probably would like you to come if you in New York.
Sure. Have somebody from student activities, student life, or an administrator. Just have them send me a email address with an invitation to come speak at the college. You could always text me for the email address.
Okay, great. I'm going to do that. My name is Brittany Lanzano. Thank you
Okay.
so much. I appreciate you. And keep doing what you're doing, big uncle. I love you. Thank you so
Appreciate you.
much.
Thank you, Queen. Be blessed.
Okay.
All right
Bye.
now.
Hello.
Peace and love, Sister Sue Lola. Did I say that correctly?
That is correct, Dr. Umar. How
How
are
is
you?
Houston, Texas treating you?
It's all right.
It's all
It's
right.
all right. I'm originally from New Orleans.
New Orleans, Louisiana. Go right ahead with your question, good sister.
Okay, so I'm in the beginning processes of wanting to start a school for self-mastery for middle school girls. And I was wondering if you offer guidance and direction on that. Are there any systems that you have in place? Are there any
Self-mastery.
curriculums?
When you say self-mastery, tell me more about that. What does that mean for you?
Self-mastery for me means the process of ascension, stabilizing the root, stabilizing physiological needs, and then moving into building community and creativity. You know, following what they call the Maslow's
Hierarchy
process.
of needs.
But we know Maslow stole it from other indigenous peoples. And so following that process of ascension to enlightenment and teaching young girls at an early age to start that process.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Queen Afua?
I haven't.
Okay, that would be the person you would want to speak with. I want you to Google her. AFUA, Queen Afua. She's an elder, a queen mother. I believe she's still based in New York City. She's written, plenty of books, on topics related to that. She also deals in diet and nutrition and all of that. But because she's a woman, and when I hear you talk about your vision, it sounds like something that would be right up her alley. So you definitely want to get in contact with Queen Afua. You shouldn't have trouble finding her. I believe she's on all the social medias as well.
Is she the sister who wrote the book on womb healing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. That's who you want to talk to for that.
Okay.
Definitely. If you have trouble finding her, just shoot me a text. I'll see if I can help you track her down.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem, Queen. Be blessed.
You too.
All right. Brother Tyrell, you text a question. What's the diet for autism? First of all, you need to make sure you get your child tested for mercury levels. If you have an autistic child, you need to have them tested for levels of mercury. There's been a few successful stories where children who were tested for autism had high levels of mercury. And once they were detoxed from the mercury, the autistic symptoms went away. So, Brother Tyrell, make sure you get the child tested and detoxed for mercury.
Grand Rising, brother.
Grand Rising, Brother Don, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the homies call me Don't Fail.
Yes, sir. I just saw your text message about the situation there in Frisco, Texas. You said you live in that neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm actually down the street.
You're down the
So
street.
yeah,
What
he's
is
in
the atmosphere? I know they had that march yesterday to try to get the young brother reincarcerated, pending trial. What's the atmosphere down there? Is it as big of a deal in Frisco as it appears on the media?
Not really.
Not
Like
really.
people are walking around acting scary and shit, but it's not like full on, clan country. But they ain't ready. They ain't ready. I'm actually trying to connect with all my people in the area because again, there's a lot of us here, but we're just so separated and brainwashed.
So has there been any call for a black community meeting in Frisco?
I haven't heard of any, which is really, really sad.
Very sad. Very sad. Frisco has to get organized. Now, let me ask you this, because I'm pretty familiar with Dallas and Fort Worth. How far away from either one of those is Frisco?
So Dallas is about 35, 40-minute drive, right? It's not that far.
Okay. What about Fort Worth?
Fort Worth, farther.
Okay, Dallas is closer. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I would say they're somewhat equal, 30, 40 minutes away.
Okay.
But Dallas is way closer.
Okay, now Frisco, is that a middle class, upper middle class, or is that a regular working class neighborhood?
It is regular. Like it's the burbs, like they try to make it bigger than what it is, but there's a lot of expensive places out here, a lot of gated communities and stuff. There's the Star, a lot of money and stuff. So there's a lot of coons out here. However, it's a lot of mix. So you got a lot of, Mexicans, whites. I do see a good amount of black people with money. But it's not, it's not like clan country. It looks pretty decent. However, I have been around. I'm somewhat new here myself. I'm originally from California. I've been living in Spain since 2016. So, I'm somewhat new. And the temperature that I've gauged out here is just... The black folks out here are really trying their hardest to fit in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's a fit-in community.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Okay. Got you, bro. Got you. Well, thanks for that update. If y'all do, and you might even want to take the lead, do it undercover, though. You can't put flyers out. You kind of got to meet black folks as you see them and tell them, hey, give me a ring. I'm trying to do a meeting for us because, I don't know when the trial is supposed to start. I don't know how long the trial is going to last, but I do expect some blowback, if he isn't sentenced to what white folks feel he should be sentenced to. And so the community needs to be they need to be prepared for that. There needs to be some sort of an organized, defense wing in that Frisco community in case things get out of hand.
I already know. However, it's really difficult because the Texas Negroes are like I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. Like I've been having a hard time just trying to get brothers to read. Like when I throw a book at somebody, they kind of run or damn near want to fight me. So
I feel you. Have you been to the Pan-African Connection bookstore yet, my brother?
Not yet, but I'm definitely going to go.
Yeah,
and
make sure you check them out.
I think I hit you up before.
Okay.
I really need to connect with like minds out here. It is hard.
Yeah, that's where you need to go. That's where all the like minds are going to be. At the Pan-African Connection bookstore.
Okay.
They've been around about 25 years and they're almost like a black Walmart. And what I mean by that is, they have the books, of course, great selection, but they got the clothing, they got artwork, they got everything you need for black consciousness there. It's like a supermarket. It's like a black consciousness supermarket.
Okay.
So definitely go check them out. They're inside of one of the malls down there in Dallas. You could Google them, though. They'll pop right up.
Yeah. I'll definitely do it.
Check them out. And they could put you in touch with everybody and everything. The queen mother that, owns that, she's in touch with everything conscious. So you get there, you'll be exactly where you need to be.
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem.
I've recently woken up myself. Like, holy fuck.
I feel you. Well, let me do this, bro. I'm gonna get back to this call because we got a few more parents texting in. But again, reach out to me at any time. And if y'all start having those meetings, let me know. I might want to show up at one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, my
brother.
brother.
Have a great day.
You too now. Peace and love. Okay. Do we have any more parents with issues? Okay. It doesn't look like we have a lot of parents. They might be more concerned with the NBA playoffs than helping their children. Black kids have a graduation crisis, a reading crisis, a discipline crisis, a special ed crisis, a dropout crisis. So there should be millions of black parents who have some questions, but it just shows how unconcerned we are with our children's education. And that's why they treat our kids the way that they treat them, because they know we don't really care about them anyway. And I don't mean our individual children. I mean our collective children, the children of the community. So as I see if we have any more parents, I'm going to do a couple tap-ins for questions. So who tapping in? Let's do a few tap-ins, brothers and sisters. Let's do a few tap-ins. Who tapping in? Neanderthal Nation, the tap-in is not for you. This is for African people. All due respect. Everybody's telling me I got to go see Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan's Sinners. I'm going to definitely check out the Sinners. I've been told I got to check out the Sinners. Who tapping in? Instagram. Who tapping in? Who tapping in? Any tap-ins? Any parent questions? I guess we're going to have a short morning today. Any tap-ins? Any parent questions? Instagram tap-in. Who tapping in live? Who tapping in live? It's me, Lacaria. What's going on? It's me, Lacaria. Stella, what's going on, Sister Stella? Can Pan-Africanism work with communism? Why do you need to be a communist? Why can't you just be a Pan-Africanist? Who tapping in? Shaysha going twice. Shaysha going three times. Who tapping in? Who tapping in? How do I feel about Black Americans who believe they don't have no African descent, I don't feel any way about them. We have a 400-year history of Black people trying to escape from their Africanity. That's nothing new. That's why we need to know our history. If you know your history, you know that there's always been a group of our people who've tried to do anything they could to disassociate themselves from Africa, their place of origin. So I'm not surprised about none of this. Most of our leaders outside of the Honorable Marcus Garvey, many of them lied to our people and told them they wasn't African as well. So I'm not surprised. That isn't about being African is a blessing, and anybody who doesn't want to be don't have to be. Black Archie going once, Black Archie going twice. Black Archie, what's going on, bro? Black Archie, say something so I know you hear me. I think your phone is messing up, Black Archie.
Hey,
I need you to get out that bed too, Black Archie. I don't like talking to brothers laying in the bed. I need you to sit on up, my brother. I need you to sit on up. Tap back in, family. Tap back in. What do I think of the Jay-Z situation? What is the Jay-Z situation? What is the Jay-Z situation? Sister Stella going once. Sister Stella declined. Slum Money. Slum Money going once. Whose name is Slum Money? Slum Money going twice. What's going on, my brother?
good morning, girl.
Peace King. Where you at in the world?
50, New Orleans, where you been,
New
girl?
Orleans, New Orleans. What's on your mind today, good brother?
Shit, I really wanted to say, brother, blessing the chop with you, you hear me? And
Yes,
I
sir.
like the
Yes,
message
sir.
that you be putting out there, man. We need more people like you, son. Keep doing what you're doing, but I appreciate you for putting me on, son. You do you and I do me. This shit seem like a dream, just for a nigga to pick this shit up, dog.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
No doubt.
And I
What's going
rock
on
with
in
you
New
every
Orleans?
day. I'm always on your video, cuz I run
Yes,
with
sir.
you every day, dog.
Appreciate that
Real
love,
talk.
man. What's going on in New Orleans with the people, God?
Same old, same old. A lot of them lost. A lot of them don't even want to hear the truth.
Mm.
They love lies more than you know what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Real talk, but that's just my little section. I can't speak for everybody. They got this side, that side, but
Yes,
we
sir.
all one at the end of the day. But like I say, nice to bump with you, man. I probably bump with you again. You be good, girl.
Will do. Be safe, King. One love.
Most definitely, son. One.
One. All right. All right. I love you too, Cinderella 305. I love you too, Cinderella 305. Now, Cinderella was white, though. Cinderella was white. So, you know, you the black Cinderella. You the black Cinderella. You the black Cinderella. Brother Yusuf going once. Brother Yusuf going twice. Brother Yusuf going 3 times. Okay. I don't want to talk about religion. Happy Easter to the Christian Africans around the world. I hope your Jesus looks like you. That's all I'm saying. I don't have no problem with them celebrating Easter, but the Jesus needs to look like us. If the Jesus don't look like us, I don't support it. Dr. Umar, are you Christian or Muslim? I'm African. Stop with the silly questions. Stop with the silly questions. DY Tixo? How do I say that? DY Tixo going once. DY Tixo.
Oh, hi.
How you doing, Queen? I need you on camera. I gotta see you. How we doing? Where you based at, good sister?
I'm in now colonized as Australia.
Oh, you in Australia. Did you come to any of the events while I was there?
No, I didn't. My friend and I wanted to go,
Why didn't y'all
but
come? Get on the camera, woman. Stop getting off the camera. Why y'all didn't come?
I'm shy. I'm sorry. My bad.
Why y'all didn't come?
I don't know. I think maybe it was just too expensive for my university budget at the time, to be
Okay,
honest.
understood. Understood. I'll be coming back though. I'll be back in
You'll come back?
Australia. Yes, I'll be back in
Yeah.
Australia sometime this year. I don't know when though.
Nice.
I don't know when.
Yeah, I'm in Menagin, Brisbane.
Brisbane. Yes, yes, yes. How's it going there for black folks?
Yeah, so I'm Aboriginal and Melanesian, right? So my dad's from Fiji. My mum
Okay.
is uh my mum is a Gomore woman, Northern New South Wales.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
It's it's
Question on
still
the Fiji
colonized.
side. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Oh no, I just wanted to say it's still really heavily colonized. Like we're currently protesting against them bulldozing over our sacred sites at the moment here. So
Mm-mm,
it's hard
mm-mm.
for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people in now known as Australia.
I've I've heard while I was there. I really heard of that. The horror stories. The horror stories. Next time I come, I would like to visit one of the Aboriginal villages. I didn't get a chance to when I was there. I
Oh
was told that they were pretty far away from where I
no,
was. I was in
they're in the
Sydney.
city.
Oh yeah. Somebody
Yeah,
told me that they
we
were
have
pretty.
Niagara Hall, like Musgrave Park, but I'll tell you some history about Brisbane, Menagin, right? So there's a street, I don't know if you came across it or if you drove down, it's called Boundary Street. Literally it was put there so European settlers could be placed there against Aboriginal Australian people. So they didn't cross the boundary. They still have it in our city limits today. So
Wow, wow, wow.
mhm.
So, do you have my number, Princess?
No, I
I
don't.
want you to take
Doctor.
it down. I want you to take my number down. You have a way to write it down or tap it in your phone because I
Yeah,
want
I'll
you to
tap it
text
on my
me.
phone.
Okay, I want you to text me your name and make sure you put Aboriginal Australia. So the next time I'm scheduled to come, I'm going to reach out to you to see if you can arrange for me to meet with the Aboriginals there.
Yeah,
I would love to meet with
with
those.
the yeah, I'll get
It's plus
you to
one.
meet with us.
I would love
Okay, and
to.
I'll get you
Uh,
to meet with I'll talk to you more about Fiji because I'm a traditional landowner out there in Natal City in
I would love
Salami.
to go to
I'm a
Fiji.
what I'm a princess out there in Fiji actually. My father's a chief.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Well,
So I'll
I'm
take
ready
you
for
out to
that.
my
I'm
country.
definitely ready for that. I'm definitely ready for that. Take my number. Take my number. Plus one
Yes, okay.
two
Plus
one
one,
five. Yes. Plus one is the
two,
US.
one, five.
Yes. 215 989
Yeah.
9858. So plus one 215 989 9858.
Okay, sorry. Plus one, two. Sorry, I'm so
It's okay.
nervous.
It's okay.
Plus, could you repeat that? And so make sure I
Yes,
got the
ma'am.
whole number down.
It's okay.
Thank
So
you.
you got plus one
Yes.
215
Yes, got that.
989
Yes.
9858.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I've got it. So
Okay.
plus one, 215 989 9858.
Yes.
Okay. Maleka. Well, lekker,
Okay.
doctor. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mama. Send me that text message and tell your father I'm ready for Fiji. So find out when he wants me to come visit. I'm coming.
Okay, sounds
Okay,
good.
Mama.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care. No problem, sweetheart. Be blessed.
Mote, yalu.
All right.
That's dope.
Yes, indeed. We got to unite all Africans. No time for tribalism. No time for Black American tribalism. No time for African tribalism. No time for Aboriginal tribalism. No time for tribalism in Canada, Europe, Asia. No time for tribalism anywhere. United we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall. Miss Georgia going once. Miss Georgia going twice. Miss Georgia going 3 times. Miss Georgia, where you at? I need to see your face, my queen.
My face.
I need to see your face, my queen. Stop
I
being
was.
shy. Okay, where you at, Miss Georgia? You in Georgia?
I'm from Australia, Melbourne,
Oh, you
Australia.
in Australia now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got another Australian sister. All right, all right. Talk to me about Australia. How's
Australia's
it
great.
going for Black folks down there? What's the biggest challenges for Black women in Australia? Turn your think. Take me off the speaker because it's getting too much feedback.
Okay, I'm speaking
Okay, tell me about Australia.
now. Australia's amazing, honestly.
Your
Like the
voice is
culture, the
too
people.
low, Mama. Your voice is speaking to the mic. Turn your volume up.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I was saying Australia is an amazing place. The only thing I would say is probably the puppy syndrome or whatever it's called.
Okay. I'm I'm gonna have you tap back in later because the feedback is crazy and your voice is very low. Fix that up for me and tap back in, beautiful. Shout out to my Australian Africans. Can't wait to come on back. Shout out to the Australian Africans. Sister Sheila going once. Sister Sheila going twice. Sister Sheila. How we doing, Sister Sheila?
Oh, good
Good morning.
morning.
Where you at in the
I
world,
cannot
good
hear
sister?
you very well. Just a second. I just need another headset. Although I know you're not be able to hear you.
I can
So
hear you.
now, no, now can you hear?
Yes,
I
I
can
can.
hear you.
Where you at in the world, good sister?
I'm right now in Brazil. I'm a Brazilian African.
You're in Brazil, Brazilian
Yeah,
African. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
Oh my. Talk to us about life as an African in Brazil, the largest population of Africans outside of Africa.
It
How is it in Brazil for us?
it's very bad, Dr. Umar. Very, very bad. I don't live in Brazil. I live in Germany. I'm here visit my family right now.
Okay, okay.
And I come every year to visit them because my family they are all here, and every year when I come, the situation is even worse, in my opinion.
Wow,
It's bad, very very bad
wow,
for us African descendants here. The level of poverty, ignorance, a lot of men living on the streets, yes, under drugs and alcohol,
wow,
women totally dysfunctional, and of course, because the economic crisis is even worse. So every year, this is the conversation that I have with my family, my brothers, and my mom about politics because my mom, she's also very involved in politics. I'm also too. And I sometimes, it's not sometimes, I don't see any progress in the situation of African people here. And mentally, they are totally disconnected to their Africanity or everything connect to that. We have a small group trying to work on that because they follow a lot of stuff from the United States, even you. But the majority of the population, they are completely dysfunctional, completely dysfunctional.
wow, wow. Are there any organizations in Brazil that seek to kind of organize the people, or is it
Yes, yes, we have, but it's not like the US. They try to really, but we have a problem here. The huge problem that we have is the identity crisis, as you said, because of miscegenation. We have a history of miscegenation, right? And the people, when they are
Nick,
so-called multicultural mixed or something like that, they don't have any connection. They historically, to be African and connect to Africa, it was a shame, and the
uh,
ones who have a a kind of feature that will connect them to white people or to Europeans, they will try to go to this side. And the identity crisis here is real. The discussion about race is new. Maybe 10 years ago, they start to discuss about that, even these so-called black organizations that we have here or black movement, but it's not so deep. They are trying to bring these mixed people to the African side, but they try to be separated because they say their experiences are not the same. It's somehow what is going on right now in the United States, right,
mhm.
with this agenda that they have to destroy us genetically. And here it was the process of this society.
Wow, wow. Now do this for me, Queen. How would you compare the reality in Brazil for our people with the reality in Germany for our people? What's going on in Germany?
Oh, in Germany, they have another history, of course, of colonization, but the black people there, there is a small group, right? So 1% of the population. Some of them, they are immigrants, yes, from the time of colonization when Germany, they had as a colony, I think, Namibia and Ghana or something like that. They were the elite that came to Germany and married white women there. The most of the children, they are children of white women. I'm not saying that they are doing bad, but their problem is much more to be accepted in that society. I don't want to say as German, but they have truly German ancestry, right? But they are normally mistreated, that they don't get the things that they would like to have because they have the African ancestry. And the most of them, what I realized interacting with them, even politically, the most of them, they are children of African men, the most of them from the continent, Ghana or something like that. And the fathers, they left the country or the relationship, and these children, they were raised by their white mothers and white families. And this is where they have even mental issues because of that. The most of them, then when I interact with them, they deal with really deep stuff.
Mhm.
And the discussion about race so deep is even new in my opinion, because social media, people follow you also there. A lot of them, they bring the discussion that you bring, just translating in German, right? But it's also not so deep. I think you, although you have a lot of problems in the United States, and I know that because I go 3, 4 times in the year to the United States, you are the vanguard. Yeah, so I'm glad that you bring discussion. You have also your problems, but you bring discussion. You have a history of fighting even for other Africans around the world. Yes, through Pan-Africanism and everything until today, really trying to restore the African culture, to bring it to you. Have scholars there that we here in Latin America, we cannot compare what you have there. You are the ones who teach us a lot. Even when people, they criticize you, I'm talking specifically about Brazil, telling, oh, but the Black Americans, they are imperialist or something like that. People say that, this Black movement. But on the other hand, they take your scholars, your theories to try to apply here. I think it's also not the best thing. And you are the vanguard, in my opinion.
Ah. Queen, I want you to take my number and I want you to message
Mm-hmm.
so I can store you in my contact. I'm supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be coming to Germany. There's a
Okay,
group.
perfect.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be coming to Germany. It hasn't manifested yet, but I've had about 2 or 3 invitations. Hopefully, one will manifest sooner or later, but at least I can let you know, when it's a
Mm-hmm.
send you the info so you can kind of help get the word out. I've got a
Perfect.
couple of invitations from Brazil too, but they've never manifested,
It's
you know.
difficult. It's difficult, I think, for them because it's new here. It's true. I left Brazil 2010, and the discussion that people are having right now, it doesn't exist yet. It didn't exist in that time. And of course, because of the resources, black people here, the impoverishment is worse than every year bad and bad and bad.
Wow.
So to survive is very, very difficult. What I see going to supermarket, I grew up here. I left here, I was almost 30 years old, and I come back every year and I see how difficult it is, even for the ones who achieve certain things with college degrees or something like that. The life here is not easy for Black people. It's really not easy.
So now Brazil, did it ever declare independence from Portugal?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
It's a fake independence,
But
yes, but yes.
they
So
still
on the papers, yes, they try Brazil. It I would say they try to copy Europe a lot. Yes, even the United States, their mentality is much more. I mean, the so-called elites, because we have here white. This is one thing that is very important for people to understand where there is a problem. Although we say that the majority of the society, although the population is Black, it's not a fact. Yeah, so Black people here, to be considered African, you must look like you and me. If you are mixed, you are like the Creoles maybe in the United States, you are the upper class. And we have a white elite here, the colonized, and they are doing very, very well and selling the country to the United States, to Europe, and this is what they want to be. They want to be white supremacists, but they are not the first world countries. But we have white elite here. It's a fact.
ah, take my number, gorgeous.
Yes, yes, I take it.
+1
Okay,
215
okay,
989
okay.
9858.
Perfect. I have that.
And you can message me either direct text or WhatsApp, whatever's best for
Hmm.
you. And remind
Okay,
me that we spoke on the live so I know that's you. And then I lock
okay,
you.
okay.
And if you come across anybody who's serious about making that event happen for me, either in Brazil or
In
Germany,
Germany.
let me know because it's a long
Okay,
time coming.
okay. Are you right? So, Brazil, German lady, or my name is Shayla,
Shayla.
and so you can
Okay.
connect,
Thank
okay?
you,
And
Shayla. Be
thank you
safe,
for the
sister.
conversation.
Yes,
Okay,
mama.
thank
All
you.
right. God bless.
Bye,
All right
bye,
now.
bye.
Intelligent sisters, intelligent dialogue. It's Pan-Africanism or perish. If we ain't talking Garveyism, we don't need to talk. If we ain't talking Garveyism, we don't need to talk. If we ain't talking Garveyism, we don't need to talk. Canada, my Malcolm X birthday week tour has been postponed. Canadian Africans, my Malcolm X birthday week tour has been postponed. So if there's any Black events happening in Canada, I do want to come up there again soon and attend one of your Black events in Canada. So for my Canadian Africans, please reach out to me and let me know if anything's going on up there. For my Central and South American Africans, now is the time to put in your requests for Garvey Day and beyond. My Caribbean Africans, Irie FM Jamaica, if y'all want me for Garvey Day, now's the time. Do not wait till the last minute. Now's the time. Do not wait for the last minute. We have some Neanderthals on the live. We have some uh, Neanderthals on the line. Okay. I think we have a parent. Okay. Killmonger going once. Killmonger, where you at in the world, my brother?
I'm in Baltimore.
In Baltimore, and you do look like Michael B. Jordan a little bit, so I see where you get the Killmonger from. What
Nah,
was you like a skinny Michael B. Jordan? You feel me? But
yeah,
what's going on in Baltimore for the African people?
man, what's not going on? it's not really a bunch of unity going on. It's like to the point you can't even really go outside too much to enjoy yourself without it, being something. And I mean, not only that, it's just really no agenda here. It's no plan.
What about
Like
the black organizations? Because I got a lot of them in B-more. Ain't nothing being organized.
it's 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 a lot of them in B more, but I I think it's more like of a clout thing.
Okay.
It's more like of a
So you're
clout thing
saying
because
organizing to be seen, not organizing
yeah,
to make a difference.
exactly, not to make a difference, not to make a change, none of that. So we got enough of that. We don't need nothing with no. We need action. We need action.
Let me say this
Organize.
to all my let me say this to you and to all my Maryland Africans, because you guys are only like 80 minutes, if that. I think you're 75 minutes from the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy in Wilmington,
Yeah,
Delaware. You
yeah.
understand?
My family used to live down there, so I'm
Okay.
definitely familiar. So
So
we drive past.
once we get the school open, y'all could come tap in with us. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Because
that's
we're gonna be
cool.
having
Cause
everything.
you came to Baltimore before you came to
Oh
Coppin,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
had seen a picture with you
yeah,
in Coppin.
yeah.
I had
Baltimore, my
messaged you
spot.
before. I actually deal with like registered behavior like technician type work. Like I
Okay,
do that type stuff. Like ABA therapy and stuff. I have like a bunch of things in childcare, and that's really all to you, really.
okay.
Like
Powerful,
like
powerful, powerful. But
like that's
yeah,
what
man.
I homeschool my children. Everything
Oh
like
man, okay.
that.
So you on top of it. You on top of it.
Yeah, I just got us a bookshelf, stuff like that. So
Strong,
I know how
strong.
you
So
know.
I know you've been to Everyone's Place bookstore, right?
Yeah, I have.
North Avenue, Brother
Yeah, I
Matt.
have. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
yeah, I
That's
have. That's
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 my
probably one of
spot.
the only places you can find like some, legit stuff.
Yeah, yeah, Everyone's Place. That's the spot right there, man. But hey, thanks for tapping in. As far as the school goes, we just got to get our floors covered up, and then we'll be applying for our certificate of occupancy. So if all goes well, we're gonna have a grand opening in September, and we need you to pull up with the children, bro.
Okay, definitely. I'm gonna continue to donate too. I
Will
appreciate
do.
it.
Thanks a lot, brother.
Thank you.
Be safe down there. All right, King.
Ah,
Stop calling people the N word. I don't do the N word. We don't do the N word here. Vegan girl going once. Vegan girl going twice. I need to see you, vegan girl. I need to see your face.
I'm in Nigeria. We don't have lights.
Of course, you have lights in Nigeria. I've been to Nigeria. How dare you lie to me and tell me y'all don't have lights?
Like right now, there's no electricity.
You're hiding your face. Why are you hiding your face?
I'm a fine girl.
Show
That's why.
your face. I want to see it.
No, thank you.
Show your face.
No.
What's going on in Nigeria for African people? My Nigerian African sister. My Nigerian African sister didn't want to show her face. My Nigerian African sister didn't want to show her face. Where my Nigerian African sisters at? My beautiful Igbo queens and my beautiful Yoruba queens and my beautiful Hausa queens and all my beautiful queens and not. That wasn't the evil vegan family. Cut it out. Y'all said that was the evil vegan tapping in, getting ready for that child support hearing. Y'all said that was the evil vegan tapping in, trying to get ready for that child support. Who tapping in? I like all this international Pan-African energy we getting. I like all that international Pan-African. Got a lot of perverts on the live. Damn. Dominican Afro-Latina. Ain't nothing like them Dominican queens who love their blackness. Who tapping in? Where my international Africans at? Who tapping in? Who tapping in? Now my Afro-Latina queens, y'all got to claim y'all African all the time now. Don't just claim you African when you're around Africans and American Africans. You got to claim African all the time, my beautiful Latina African sisters. Who tapping in? UK black women love white men. I will be in the United Kingdom debating at the Oxford Union on May the 29th. United Kingdom, I will be at the Oxford Union where Brother Malcolm X was invited to debate a few months before his assassination. From Malcolm to Ifa Tunde. From Malcolm to Ifa Tunde. From Malcolm X in 1964 to Ifa Tunde in 2025, I will be at the Oxford Union. I might be at the University of Manchester May the 28th. I might be at the University of Manchester May the 28th. If you live in the UK and you want to interview me on your podcast, if you live in London, England, and you want to interview me on your podcast, you need to message me ASAP. You need to message me ASAP. May the 28th is podcast interview day in London, England. May the 28th is podcast interview day in London, England. Detroit Africans, I will be in Ypsilanti, Michigan, June 6th and 7th. Detroit Africans, I will be in Ypsilanti, Michigan, June 6th and 7th. Chicago Africans, I will be at the University of Northern Illinois, the Jacob Carruthers Center for Inner City Studies, on June the 10th. I'm coming to Chicago from Detroit. I'm coming to Well, I might be in New Orleans on June the 9th. I might be in New Orleans on June the 9th. Columbus, Ohio. I will see you Sunday, May the 25th. Columbus, Ohio. I will see you Sunday, May the 25th at OhioBlackExpo.com. OhioBlackExpo.com. Stop worrying about Baby Smurf. That ain't none of your business. Stop worrying about Baby Smurf. That ain't none of your business.